Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us, one big family. Thank you for your loving support, all your beautiful comments, your suggestions, your opinions. And I would like to invite you to come and join us, the beautiful queens in my private crochet group. You're more than welcome to come, be a member as long as you have a profile. You could also follow me on my crochet page on Facebook, of course, we're talking about, and Instagram or TikTok, or if you're stuck on a pattern, you could always message me faster, either through the page or my group or Instagram message or TikTok message, and I can help you out. If you haven't subscribed, for the newcomers, I hope you do so. I hope you enjoy the channel and become a member of the family with us. By hitting that subscription, you know everything is free. We work hard every day to put out these beautiful patterns for you guys. We don't ask of anything in return except thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Share if you can. Sharing is caring. And bring your friends and family along. Okay, so for most of the time I use a 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. They're called Ladybug. They're 100 grams a ball, 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker, so obviously your patterns become bigger. The colors don't go by name here, they go by number. Let's say this canary yellow is number 15. This purple, because of course there's so many different purples, right? Number 38. So for the most part, I use a 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. People, please, I know sometimes I'm in my bubble and I'm a fast crocheter, and I seem to forget that I am recording, and some of you are way much slower than I am. And I sincerely apologize for that. I mean, I get beat up from that all the time, like in most of my videos, I believe. I try my best, and I'm still working very hard on it to slow down for you guys. For those reasons, I say, you could always slow down the video. I know sometimes it's a little bit tricky, sometimes even slowing down. Some of you are a little bit slower. It's hard even slowing down for you guys, and I do apologize for that. But what can I say? I do have this problem of fast crocheting. I think everything in my life is just fast. Everything runs fast. I'm always on the go. But I am trying very hard to slow it down. I think I've improved quite a bit, or at least I'm trying my best. There's no need for really rude comments on that. Whatever doesn't fit you, move on to the next one. Sometimes certain patterns are not made for us, including myself. You can't just, beat up the creator, whoever she is or he is, just because it's not working out for you. There's much worse things in life than treating people rudely. Please, be kind. People really work hard to get these things out there. And sometimes, it's like I said, we get on our bubbles, we make mistakes, we crochet fast, and some get bored because it's too slow. I mean, it is what it is. So I thank you for being patient with me on that. For those that, most of you are patient with it. There's still a few here and there that are quite unpolite and very rude and very demanding and very, I need this and I want that, instead of hello and excuse me and may I or can I please and thank you. I mean, politeness goes a long way. This type of education doesn't come from school. It comes from your crib. So I owe you nothing, or any other creator does not owe you anything. So don't demand and force things out of us, because that's not happening. What is going to happen is, for that type of rudeness, you will be definitely blocked from the channel. And that's what's going on at this point, blocking the rudeness out of my life and out of the channel and everybody else's life here as a member of the channel, okay, or in the group. Same issue, okay? We have zero tolerance for that. We're here as mothers of earth. Men are providers, women are mothers. they teach, they're patient, they're caring, they're loving. So please be kind. Kindness goes a long way, okay? We're going to get started, everybody, and thank you so much for your patience and for your loving support, like I've mentioned, and for your beautiful comments. Thank you. God bless you. Just want to mention that this creation I'm going to do, it's perfect either as table centerpiece, as a small rug for a small table in a corner somewhere, or a tablecloth. All three of them are perfect for it. Okay, everyone. So yesterday I had launched this beautiful vintage doily that I had created many, many years ago. And so I wanted to switch into a beautiful, of course, it's gorgeous as it is, but I want to give it a little bit more beauty to it. So I want to do the 3D flowers around it, which will be in a granny square. The good thing about this is that it's added on as you do the last row of the granny square. So at first I had added this first row here with the lime green, which I have it somewhere, don't know where. Oh, here. And it looked nice, but I really wanted these colors to pop up on this flower. So I took out the lime green and decided to go just with the white. These are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. My threads are similar thickness as Aunt Lydia number 3. Mine's a little bit thinner, so Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton becomes bigger. My colors go by number, not by name. So my lime green is 22. And my flowers is 55, which is this mixed, beautiful, oh my goodness, fuchsia, pink, orangey, yellow, kind of like a very light brown. Anyway, it's a lot of colors in there, which is gorgeous. Now, what you can do, I don't know how many flowers, because of course I'm just creating this as I'm going. So I don't know how many flowers this is going to take, especially because it's granny. So most probably that's going to take maybe 2 grannies here for sure. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So most probably it's going to take 26 flowers. Now what you can do is you can do all the flowers first, and when you're ready to add the white on, then you can take it from there. Unless you are deciding to use the first row like a deep green or some other green. I'm still going to think about it. I'm not sure. I might even use, instead of the lime green, I might use a different green or something like that. I don't know. I'm debating on it. I really don't want to take the beauty away from the flower, but I'd like it to have a little bit extra around here. Okay, so what you want to do is, of course, you want to create the first step, which is the doily. Now, what I did with the doily, because I had a different edging, of course, you'll see it on the video, because I'll leave the link below for you guys to go and create the centerpiece. I took the last row out, which has got the peacocks. Only one row I took out, okay? And I'm just going to add I'm going to do this last row with double crochet only, okay? So I'm going to continue from here with the double crochet. I have so much thread and so much going on around me right now. So we're going to take it from there. So I started off with a shell over shell. Everybody should know that already if you created the pattern. And I'm going directly into the first chain, and I'm going to do, there's 5 chain here, so I'm going to do 5 double crochets, 1 per stitch. This row will be all about double crochets, and where we have the shell will continue as shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in on top of the 3 double crochets, doing 1 per stitch. I have 1 chain space between here and here, so I'm going to do 1 double crochet and then 1 per stitch. Always look ahead of the video before you create anything. Turn your closed caption on also for you to understand better. So 5 chain again, 5 double crochet. Because I'm creating this as I go, so changes can be made, mistakes can be done, or I can change ideas, plans, and so it's important for you guys to look ahead before you create anything. And this way you're sure that you're on the right track. So here where we have the shell continues as shell. So the only thing is 5 chain, 5 double crochets, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. I have 1 chain, so 1 double crochet. 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 5 chain again, 5 double crochets, and directly into the shell with shell. 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and 3 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around. Like that, and then I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I decided to create a little flower here now so you don't have to keep going back and forth into links. So I'm going to do my magic circle, or do your 5 chain. This is very easy, very simple. So I've closed in with a chain and then single. I'm going to create my first double crochet, single, 2 chain. I'm going to do groups of 4 double crochet inside of this magic circle. 1, 2, 3 chain. A lot of you that follow me know that I use this flower a lot in my patterns because it's beautiful, it's simple, it's fast, and economic also to create. So I did 3 chains and 1 per stitch. So I'm creating again 4 double crochets over 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming back in my magic circle, starting again the 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 3, turn around, and 1 per stitch. 1 double crochet per stitch. So I have 2, 3, and 4. And now it's just a repeat. 1, 2, 3 chain again, turn around, come back in the magic circle, and create your 4 double crochets. You need 8 of these paddles. Okay, so we got to create 8 of them. Now once you've created the 8, I'm coming in with brown. I'm going to use brown because autumn is here, and why not? It's good either for autumn or spring. So I'm going to come in where I have those 3 chain with a single. I'm going to do 2 chain. That's going to be my first double crochet. I'm trying to hide this little thread as I go. I'm going to build a shell here of 3 double crochets, 2 chain, 3 more double crochets in the same stitch in the same 3 chain space, and I have my first corner, which is my shell. 1 chain space coming into the next 3 chain that we did, and create 3 double crochets. So I'm doing 1 row of the brown, and then I'm coming in to create the second row already attaching to the pattern. So I've done my 3 double crochets, 1 chain, create my shell. This is my second corner. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. So very simple. That's my granny square right there. So I have one side built, 1 chain, coming into the next 3 chains between petals, create your 3 double crochet. So very simple, people, nothing to it. 1 chain, and my 3rd corner, create your shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. Now it's optional for you if you want to use pearls or not. I did. I put a nice little white bead, nice little white pearl. Okay, so I'm on my last 1 chain, gonna come in the corner where I started with a slip stitch, and I have my 4 corners built, so I'm going to cut my thread a little bit longer because we need to give it a few knots here and there to make sure nothing comes apart. Bring this thread to the back. I'm just going to go where I have the 3 chains there because the next row we have to do the shell. So I'm making a knot here right on it and then coming through just a few of the stitch back here. Cut your excess off and we're ready. So basically what you would do is, like I'm doing, is build all of the middle. There's 26 of them. And then come in, build whatever color you're using, green, brown, whatever. And then, of course, the last row is to, and pull, if you have the magic circle, pull your thread to the front. If you did a 5 chain, then leave a good space so you can transfer your thread to the front so we can put the bead. Okay? So I'm going to come in with the white, and I'm only going to do 3 double crochets here in the corner. Okay, we'll complete it once we come around the pattern. So single, 2 chain, that's my first double crochet, another double crochet, and my 3rd. Okay, I'm going to do 1 chain space, coming into the next one, creating the 3 double crochets. Don't forget, we'll complete the shell once we come around. 1 chain space, coming in the next one, one chain, and here is the other corner. So we're going to do the attachment. So 3 double crochet. So in reality, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 3 double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to do back with back on my pattern and my square. I've done 1 chain space. I'm coming right in the center of that shell with single. So it's like doing the 2 chain usually for the shell, because we're doing 1 chain and 1 single, and then come back in, complete the shell here with 3 double crochet. Now I'm going to skip, so we're going to skip all of these here. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm going to skip all 3 of these, and I'm going to come in on that first double crochet. Then I'm coming in and doing my 3 double crochets. I'm going to skip again. 1, 2, and I'm coming in the 3rd single. Coming in the granny square, create your 3 double crochet. Again, into the pattern, I'm going to skip 1, 2, and 3. Normally, let me just see. Yes, 1, 2 on my third, single. I'm going to come in and create my shell of 3 double crochet, 1 chain only on the shells, and then I'm going to skip 1 space and I'm coming into the middle of that 1 double crochet with single. And complete my granny square. So basically that's what it looks like. Okay. Then I'm going to complete this side. 1 chain, create your 3 double crochets. 1 chain, again 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and 3 double crochets only. Remembering what I said, when we come around the pattern, then we'll complete this side, okay? So now you would grab another granny and come directly into the corner and do 3 double crochets only, exactly how we started off. Now we are going to, I'm not going to do any chain because we already did on the back one. So doing the single is like doing chain. Coming on the next one, creating your 3 double crochets. Coming into the back to the next space, single. Coming in to the next one and creating your 3 double crochets. Coming into the next one, single. Coming into your shell and doing 1, 2, and 3. Interruptions always in this place. It's unbelievable. 1 chain. Okay, so now we are going to come exactly where we had hooked the other shell on that 1 double crochet with a single. We're going to come back in and we're going to complete. Unbelievable. I get stressed out, people, when I get interrupted and I'm recording. 3 double crochets. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here so you can have an idea what I'm doing. So basically we hooked on the same double crochet that's there. Okay. And then we continue on. So very simple. It's just that you have to be focused, not to miss anything. And then you're going to count as skip 1, 2 on your third one. Come back to the front. Create your 3 double crochet. Skip 1, 2 on your third one again. Come back to the front. Into the back, single. Now, some of you have created some of these patterns that I do add the granny square like this, so you're familiar with it already. So I'm on the corner. I'm going to do one chain, that's the shell. Coming into the shell here on the back, right? Did my single, coming back in and completing my shell. And again, one chain. We're preparing for the next square to attach onto these one chain loops, right? 3 double crochet, one chain, 1, 2, and 3. One chain. We're at the corner shell, only doing 3 double crochets, because when we come around, then we will complete the top part. You'd grab another granny, face the right way, and just go in and do your 3 double crochets. No chain, because we already did on the other granny, right? So we're doing back to back, coming into the first space. Now it's just a repeat. Again, create your 3 double crochets. Going into the back, one chain space, single, into the front space, 3 double crochets. Into the back and into the corner shell, 3 double crochets, one chain. We're coming in the same stitch where we have the shell, single, and come and complete your shell. Okay, and then you skip all of these 3 here, and then 1, 2 on your third one, single, come into the front, create your 3 double crochets, into the back. So skip 1, 2, come into your third one, and into the front. One, 2, and to the third one. Remembering you're right on that middle double crochet of the motif, okay? So we did one, we did one chain? No. Okay, let me just check here. What did I miss here? Thought I had made a mistake. I did make a mistake. Okay, so after our shell, sorry people, that's what happens when I get interrupted. I lose myself along the way. And so you come on that, after your shell, you come on that first double crochet. That's where I messed up. I knew something was wrong there, wasn't sure what it was. And then come in and do your 3 double crochets. And then now you're skip 1, 2 on your third one. Then come in. 1, 2 on the third one. So create your 3 double crochets. You're on your shell, your corner. Now you should, one chain, you should end up on your middle double crochet there of the motif. Thought something was wrong. And come back in, create your shell. Okay, so very simple. And then one chain, you're preparing for the next square. So basically you're just doing the 3 double crochet, 1 chain space, and 3 more, 1 chain, and you're in your shell corner, which you only do the 3 double crochets, because only when we come around the pattern we're going to complete. So if you need to rewind the video a bit, go ahead, and this is pretty much how it is added on. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do mine, and I'll meet you at the end so we can complete the row all the way around once we come around to it. Okay, everyone, so I'm reaching the end. Two chain. I'm going to come inside where we're going to complete the shell. 3 double crochet. And here I'm going to do a half incomplete double crochet, and then I'm coming inside of the next one to join all of them together like that. Okay, everyone, on the next row you guys are going to start to do the groups to prepare for the crocodile stitch, which is 2 double crochets. You will see it. Now I totally forgot I was going to go into the brown, and I should have used brown thread instead of the white to do this the groups, this row, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't show that much. It just shows a little bit, and I guess it gives a little bit detail to it. And then obviously you'll see I've changed thread into the brown. Now you could either use whatever color you're using if you want this little effect, but if you don't, then automatically once you finish adding your granny square, then you will need to cut your thread and go into the color that you're going to do your crocodile stitch. Okay, sorry, I didn't think about it. I didn't even bother to take it down. I said it's only 1 row, and it's going to give me that little touch of effect of the white, which is okay. I don't mind it, but I'm just letting you know, if you don't want to see it, let's say you're doing red and white, the Christmas theme, then go with your red thread to do the groups of 2 double crochet before you do your crocodile stitch, which is automatically right after you finish doing your granny square. Okay, now I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to do a single and 2 chain, coming back in again and doing another double crochet. Now if you wanted to leave it just like this and do singles all the way around, that's fine. That's what you can do. 2 chain space. I'm going to come into the last double crochet here and do 2 double crochet, chain 2, coming into the first one and doing 2 double crochet, chain 2, coming into the space and doing 2 double crochet, chain 2, coming into the last one, 2 double crochet. We're pretty much preparing this row for the crocodile stitch. Okay, 2 chain, coming in this first one here, the shell, and doing 2 double crochet, chain 2, where I've done my single on the center here. Of course, the first one was a slip stitch. I had made that mistake, remember? But all of the other ones have the single. So doing 2 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. Okay, and then you're going to repeat exactly the same thing again. Chain 2 into the last one, and doing 2 double crochet, chain 2 into the first one. So all you have to do is look at your first one here and repeat the same thing again in the center. Two chain, coming on the last one here, 2 chain, coming on the first one here. So we're just repeating what we did on the other square, exactly the same thing all the way around. Chain 2, and coming in your single and doing 2. So that's right in the center there, the shelf. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished, closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to cut my thread. Even if you're to use the same color, you still have to cut your thread because you have to start somewhere else and not here on top. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck in, give it a knot or so to make sure that nothing comes apart. God forbid all of this work, right? So I'm just coming through my double crochet here and giving it a knot or two, and then in through some of the stitches down here just to hide a bit of this thread. Now, because I have 2 knots on there, I know it's not going to go anywhere. Then at the end I have all of these little threads from the flower, the squares that I need to tuck in the rest. Okay. So I'm going to use the same brown as I have on here, but you can go with, let's say, green, you can go with red, whatever color you're using on your flower. Okay. Now, stretch this a bit. So I'm just going to start right here in between. We have the middle one right in between the squares. So I'm going to pull my thread through it. And do a slip stitch to secure that. Okay. And then now we're going to be working on the double crochet. So we're going to be doing 5 double crochets sideways. Okay. So that means you would have to turn your pattern a bit. Okay, make sure that you don't grab anything on the back. So it's always best if you bend your pattern a little bit. So I have my first, my second, trying to hide this little thread as I'm going, my third, my fourth, and my 5th double crochet. 1 chain. Now we're going to work on this side here. So turn your pattern and we're going to do 5 double crochets also. Pattern's getting heavy, it's getting big. So I have 3, 4, and 5. So I have my first crocodile stitch. I'm going to come in between the next one and I'm going to close it in with single. And then again, I'm coming into the next one sideways. Pull my pattern here a bit. Now we don't want to make those double crochets too loose either. It won't look pretty. And do our 5 double crochets. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. So I have 4. Make sure you're not grabbing anything in the back. I have my nail in the back locking all of the other stitches. I don't grab them. Thank God for nails a little bit. I know some of you get stressed out with my nails, but it is what it is. I'm a nail tech and I have to have them long. So now into this one. Turn your pattern a bit. It makes it always easier. And 5 double crochets again on this side. So this is my second crocodile stitch. Okay, so 2, 4, 5. Again, I'm going to come in between the other 2 with a single. And again, restart sideways. So I'm pulling my stitches back here behind my nails. I don't stitch anything with it. 3, 4, and 5. Nope, I have 4 and 5. Always make sure on your stitch also 1 chain into this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come in between the next group, right in the center, and do your single. Okay, so simple as that. This is what we're going to do all the way around the same way. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've cut my thread. I pretty much finished all my crocodile stitch. I'm going to go into my brown. We're repeating those groups of 2, which I should have done with brown this row, and I didn't. I will mention it at the beginning of the row as I added. I totally forgot. I should have went with this color, but I didn't. So I'm going to do it now because it won't be as noticeable anyway. So the first thing you want to do is you want to do that single. We have the 2 double crochets here where we did the crocodile stitch, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the 2 double crochets. So we're creating those 2 double crochet groups again on this row, exactly how we did this one when we prepared for the crocodile stitch. Okay, should have tucked in that little leftover thread. So 1, 2 chain. I'm coming on top of the double crochet from the previous row and repeating the double crochet. Okay, this will be hidden once we work in it. Even if it shows a bit, it's okay. I'm not going to take mine down now. I could have left it and continued with the white. It would have given it a little bit of reflection in between the crocodile stitch, but I'm not going to. So coming in again where we have the crocodile stitch and doing the 2 double crochet. So we're pretty much preparing for the second row of crocodile stitch. Chain 2 again, and I'm coming on top of where we have those double crochets. Okay, so very simple. Here is where we have the 2 double crochets that we worked for the crocodile, so you're just going right on the center and creating that. Chain 2, and again, coming in the center there, and doing 2 double crochet. Okay, so that's all we're doing is working behind and on the double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I pretty much finished. I'm gonna have to cut my thread and tuck in the loose end. So we're going to repeat our crocodile stitch. The difference is we're going to do the crocodile stitch in between the crocodile stitch, okay? And then here we'll do the single, okay? So right behind the crocodile stitch, we'll start with the single. Same thing as we did with the other one. Do a single and then work on that double crochet. 5 double crochets. Two, 3, 4, and 5. So we're just repeating everything on this row. 1 chain, and now we're going to work the other double crochet. 5 double crochets inside of this one too. 4 and 5. Okay, and then we're coming in right in the center of the next one with a single. So we're pretty much just going to repeat. So some of them will probably show a little bit of the white. That's okay, it's not a biggie, but it should have been brown. And then again into the next one and just repeat your 5 double crochets. If I wanted that little white effect, I would have continued doing the groups of 2 double crochet with white, which you can do that, whatever color you're using. One chain space and then into the next. Four and 5, and then repeat again. Come behind the crocodile stitch there, go in between the 2 double crochets you've done with a single. Okay, so that's pretty much what it's going to look like. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I pretty much finished doing this row. I'm going to do one more row of the crocodile stitch. So right behind it you have those 2 double crochets. I'm just going to go in, bring my thread so I don't have to cut it because we're only doing the 2 double crochets. I'm going to do 2 chain only since I went over with the slip stitch. Coming back in on the other double crochet, so I'm preparing again those groups of the 2 double crochet, 2 chain, coming on the single here behind the crocodile. So we're just repeating the same thing as we just did. 2 chain, and again double crochet over double crochet. Now if you want to leave it just at 2 rows, then go ahead, okay? You don't have to do 3 rows of crocodile. I'm going to because it's gonna my centerpiece is very big, so I'm going to have it stand out. Okay, so we're just going to repeat exactly the same thing as we just did. I'm going to do mine, and I'm going to do my crocodile stitch. It's just a repeat, remembering that you have to do it in between now your crocodile stitch where the empty spaces, and on here we have to do the single. Okay, and I'll meet you at the end of my third row of crocodile stitch. It's just a repeat. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all my crocodile stitch, the 3 rows, and now I've cut my thread after I finished, and directly inside of the space between where the little curve is, I've done a shell. You have the 2 double crochets, I've done a shell there, and then I'm going directly in that single we did with a double crochet, going into the 2 double crochets again where that curve is, the empty curve, and doing my shell. I'm going to proceed this way all the way around the same way, and I'm using this collar so I can match it a bit with my flower since it has that lime green. I have enough yellow on the centerpiece as it is, white also, and of course brown we have enough too. So I wanted to bring out the lime green that we have on the flower. So shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 double crochet inside of the 2 double crochets here on the curve, and on the crocodile we have the single, so directly double crochet, and then again we're going to proceed that way all the way around. I'm going to do about 4 rows, but on the second row we're doing front post. Okay, I'll show you once we get there. Okay, you guys, so I've reached the end. I'm going to close it in with slip stitch. And I'm going to do the walk to the center of the shell. I call it the walk. Most of you know that. With slip stitch. It's getting big and heavy. So in the 2 chain space with a single, continuing to do the shell where I have the shells. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 more double crochet. I'm going to do about 4 rows of these. Now here I'm going to do a trying to see, back post, front post, probably front post would be best, just so it can pop out. Yes, I'll do front post instead of back post. And then into the next shell with shell. So very simple. I'm going to show you the front post again. So it gives it that nice little 3D effect. Again, coming in, double crochet. So I'm going to do that. So 1, 2, 1 more row. Actually, it's going to be 4 rows. So yes, this is the second row. We're going to do 2 more rows after this, 4 rows. But I'll come back to you when I'm finished row 3. Okay? So we can complete together row 4. Okay? So don't forget, just directly right in. Do your shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 more double crochet. Coming in the double crochet, front post, and directly into the next one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 3. So I have this row and another one, exactly the same thing. We're just repeating row 3 on that, and then we'll do row 4 together. Okay, everyone, on to the last row. So I've closed in with slip stitch, on my first one. Just going to tighten up a little bit more. And I'm going to do the walk to the center with a slip stitch, of course. 1, 2, 3. Do your shell of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain and picot. One, 2, and 3. Do your front post just the same. And again, so if you wanted to go bigger, you can do a few more rows of these shells. I think I had enough. And I think I'm going to close it with slip stitch instead of single, so my shell can close up well instead of leaving a gap in between the 3 double crochets. So you see the difference when you do a single, there's an opening, and when you don't, there's no opening. You can do a 3-chainer if you don't want your picot to be too high either. It's up to you. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun with it. This is my own creation, design, I should say. Obviously, I'm not the creator of Crocodile Stitch and all that, like the double crochet, obviously, but I did design it just like that as I went. So I hope you enjoyed it. I have a similar one, different finishing, which I could always leave the link below if you're interested to go and have a look. I'm sure you'll love that one too. And my hands are getting tired. It's been quite a few days and many hours on this. There's a lot of work into it, especially with the crocodile stitch. I find there's quite a bit of work into it, but it's worth it at the end. Okay, so this pretty much is it for this tutorial. Like I said, I'll leave the link to the other one below if you're interested to create it. I want to thank every single one of you. Please let me know what you think of this new design of mine. God bless you. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I send you much love, much hugs. Thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And hit that bell notification, of course. And those thumbs up is extremely important to keep us going. I'll leave the measurements below and how much thread I've used, but don't forget, each country has different thread and everybody has different tension. You could use more, you could use less, I don't know. I'm just going to give you my measurements from mine. If you're going to use Aunt Lydia number 3, you're definitely going to have a much bigger centerpiece, of course. So your measurements will not meet mine. Okay? I'll see you in the next time. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.